Alright, we all got the script up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Hello, Unhinged Wonders. We are your I just remembered I don't think I'm still.
What?
What did you do?
Nothing. I panicked that we weren't recording, but we've been recording this entire time.
PTSD is strong.
Okay, we're just gonna start that over.
Hello, Unhinged Wonders. We are your home.
Oh no.
Sorry.
This is going in the pre-video nonsense section.
Yes, it is. Alright, deep breaths, everybody. Deep breaths, everybody.
I think we were just missing the Korean.
I did really miss the Korean.
I'm really happy it came back.
I miss Korean and K-pop.
I miss Korean again. All too valid.
Honestly, though, I could probably go on a rant for that for a good 30 minutes if I really wanted
Let's
to,
not.
but we don't have
Baby
time.
girl, that's a different video.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
Make a slideshow.
Make a slideshow.
I should. Hello, Unhinged Wonders. We are your hosts, Daisy.
Chrysanthemum.
And Peony. And this is Take 3, where one trio talks, reacts, streams, geeks out.
And collectively have a mental breakdown.
Today's subject is bringing Korean back to K-pop, presented to the Council of Cretins by Daisy. Give us your case. Why are we the Cretins, reviewing this slideshow today?
Alright, so hopefully...
Why are we consuming the slideshow today?
Alright, so
Eat.
hopefully Editor Me will have added in the context clip from our latest BlackPink reaction to this video where we mentioned that I was possibly going to do this. So
Cut to the sound.
Yes. So here we are. I finished this maybe like an hour after we finished recording the BlackPink video, and there was no script.
That's impressive.
This is just gonna be me rambling. So, welcome to Bringing Korean Back to K-pop, a quote-unquote case study presented by Daisy. Let's begin the chaos. Alright, so what makes K-pop K-pop? I feel like this is a question that comes up constantly, and
Especially since groups like Cat's Eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cat's Eye, Girl Set, aka they were previously known as V-Chop, them. But yeah. So in my opinion, what makes K-pop K-pop, other than it being in Korean, is the combination of various styles in one song. A lot of the times you'll have like, I feel like you'll see like a song that has a bit more of a contemporary feel with more hip hop choreography and like vice versa. So like the combinations of various styles in one song. You can tell this video has no script.
No
The
worries.
versatility of idols and the trainee programs that they have to go through, they very much focus on the dancing, the singing, the rapping, the language for idols who aren't Korean. The terrible companies, as we cannot avoid not pointing out.
Rest in
Trauma
peace,
needed.
K-pop Demon Hunters. We loved K-pop Demon Hunters, but they did not portray the managers accurately.
No, but we love Bobby, and I will say that there are
We love you,
some.
Bobby.
I know. I will say not all managers and not all companies are as bad as some of the more notorious ones like YG and JYP. There are companies and managers out there who do treat their idols like humans and are very close with them, but we again cannot ignore the fact that there are
Really bad ones, and
out
they are
there.
well known.
Yes.
They are well known specifically in K-pop.
Yes, so
Also,
we can't not point that out.
A lot of people consider those companies to be the good ones because they usually don't leave their idols in crippling debt.
Yeah, which sucks that they're the most successful because of these practices.
Which sucks. End of sentence.
Yeah. Yeah, and then another thing that makes K-pop is the fan bases and communities that grow around the groups and the influence they have in a lot of stuff.
You have
K-pop
not
Demon
tasted
Hunters did get
fairy
that part
until
right.
you have not
Yep.
tasted fairy until you said something a K-pop stan does not agree with.
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever tried saying
Especially.
something a Christian doesn't agree with? Anyway,
Yeah.
Christian K-pop fan.
All right, moving on. All right. Okay, but this begs the question: what really makes
raises the question. I'm sorry.
what really makes K-pop K-pop? Say it with me. The Korean or the Hanguk
Ango.
because I'm
It's
fancy like
literally the
that.
K at the front of the K-pop.
Exactly.
It does not stand for Kentucky.
All right, but why is
Love you so much, Chrysanthemum.
all right, and why is Korean so important to K-pop? Like we've just said, and like it says here on this first part, it literally
Bitch.
puts the K in K-pop. Like that is, it's Korean pop. That is what K-pop stands for. You can't have, if you take the Korean out, it's just pop music that happens to be made in Korea.
Talk
Like
about pop music. Anyway.
another thing is exposure. We said this again, we mentioned this a tiny bit in the Blackpink video. The girls are in the How You Like That MV at the very end, that dance break. The girls are wearing modernized styles of traditional Korean culture, and Lisa was wearing a modernized traditional Thai skirt. So K-pop is, and I think there's a group called Onus or One Us. I'm not exactly sure, but a
One
lot
Us?
of yeah, One
It's one
Us.
us.
Yeah,
You said it wrong
they're
both times, and I think that's really funny.
yeah, but One Us
Evil.
in their MV for and their performances for their song Luna, they have traditional instrumentals going on in the background. They're wearing traditional ish. They're wearing modernized versions of traditional clothing. I think one of them dances with a traditional Korean fan. And in BTS's
They're very good with their Korean stuff.
yeah, and in
It's almost like most of them are Korean.
yeah, and
Sorry,
in
we're unruly today.
no, you're good. And in the choreography, in the chorus choreography for BTS's song Idol, they have one circle formation that they took from traditional Korean choreography, like back in the I don't remember what years, but like they took traditional choreography and put it in their modern song. So
That is freaking cool.
yeah, so the
The
Korean is
music video,
bringing the
yeah.
exposure to modern audiences and foreign audiences.
Hi, can I side note?
Yes.
K-pop Demon Hunters did an amazing job of this. So they
Yes.
obviously went hard on like the K-pop influences to music videos. They did like glamour shots, that kind of thing. Um but the movie did a lot to expose people to Korean culture. They had traditional Korean outfits with the Saja boys, and they had Norge with the Huntrix girls with the How It's Done outfit.
Mhm.
Um and like similar traditional like bracelet making, it looks like later on in the movie with the one bit with Romy and Ginu. um Sorry, I forgot to take my allergy meds.
It
But
used to
that
be
is
bronchitis. Now it's just
to be
allergies.
used to be bronchitis, now it's allergies. It peony's just a wreck, but anyway. Peony is a new set of lungs.
Oof.
So like that's something I think K-pop Demon Hunters did really well, is the exposure to Korean culture that is so just fundamental and built in to K-pop and the culture of K-pop as a whole. You cannot take the Korean culture out of K-pop because that is what makes it unique.
Yeah. And I think they also did a very good job at portraying how big events uh like they called it the Idol
Idol
Awards.
Awards.
Yeah. I
It's what is
yeah.
it? MGM Awards?
MGM Awards, Mama Awards, AMA
There's a
Awards. Like
bunch of them.
there are several music award shows in Korea that especially since with the rise of K-pop, are very important to the culture and community. And so I think KDH did a
Yeah.
very good way to like convey that with Huntrix saying like this award show is how they set the Hanmoon for the entire year. Like they emphasized
Real.
how big it is not just for Korean culture but for the purposes of what Huntrix is supposed to be doing because it's a big
It's the
gathering of
Grammys.
people. It's the Korean version of the
Except
Grammys
people actually
essentially.
watch this.
Yes, they do. But yeah, anyway, moving on to why Korean is so important. It's promoting language learning because fans, and this kind of directly goes against the next point I'm about to make, but it encourages fans to learn a new language so that they can understand what their idols are not necessarily just singing, but also what they're saying in the different variety shows they go on and the different like interviews they give. It promotes learning a new language, which I feel like is something that is like kind of dying out in the recent years, but is like slowly becoming more popular again, which is really fun. Um, and then also if you're a little 13-year-old whose parents are kind of strict in sheltering you, it being in a different language gives you what's the word? I put innocence slash ignorance on it. I can't remember the exact wording. But yeah,
It's a
and
rude awakening. It gives you a rude awakening.
yes, but like in the little picture I have down here below, that is the Korean character for the word shiny. Most often or most commonly you'll hear it be pronounced be or not. I don't know why I gave it a
Beat,
weird thing.
beat, beat.
Yeah, beat or beach. But if you look
You went
at
German on us.
but if you look at the lyrics to Blackpink's Jennie's song Solo, the way she says it, it very much sounds like she is saying the English B word for a female dog. And that was a
If
very
anyone
fun
caught that,
thing.
I was not
Well.
swearing earlier. I was
Yeah.
reading because I thought that was funny that you put
Yeah.
it there.
And it was really fun to get to explain this to my mother the first time I played that song in the car with no earbuds. That was a fun conversation. But yeah, it gives
Listen,
you
it's not our fault that the word is literally bitch.
I know. And again, that's another thing that raises a question or a problem kind of is not just like willful ignorance, but like straight up ignorance. Like I've seen so many K-pop idols get backlash from people for saying the N-word when they're literally
Oh
just
yeah,
saying you in Korean. Niga is
Isn't
the
it?
Korean word for you. They're not calling you an N-word. They're just saying
Yeah,
you. And
it's
that's
spelled.
really.
The romanization is Naega, right?
I think something
There's
like that.
different ways. One of them is spelled like literally just a letter off of the English swear word.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh no.
but usually that also has to do with like conjunction in the sentence and context of the sentence is be determining how it's romanized. But
It's a
it's
complex language.
yeah, it's kind of depressing to see how many idols have gotten like don't get me wrong, there are idols who have legit said the actual N-word and deserve to be called out for it. But it's
Yeah,
also been kind of heartbreaking to see how many idols get mistakenly called out for saying the N-word, especially in songs. And it kind of
the
sucks.
songs. There are some memes, and you can tell people are joking about it because they understand it's a different language. They
Yeah.
actually process that part.
Yeah, but the people who
But
take it seriously are kind of
yes,
depressing.
it's real, and I think it's kind of hilarious.
I
I
feel
like,
like part of the issue is that the fans don't read the lyric videos on YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
that's all I do. It's bad.
Yeah, exactly. We do our research. The old K-pop fans, the old generation, the the, the
The fact that
stalwart
we're considered the
bulwarks.
old one is kind of
Um,
weird now.
yeah, it's yeah, I know it's weird, but you got me into this in 2018. You've been listening since what, 2013?
Something like that.
Yeah, we're old.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
We've we've been new. I
We've
think I
been
used that
new.
before.
We've been knowing how to draw.
Yeah.
Beatboxing puppy.
Yeah. So moving on, this is what I have noticed in recent years, and don't come for me, armies and blinks. I was once one of you. I am technically still one of you, and there's a reason I put these two up on this slide. And this is
I'm
what,
loyal. I love you both. Don't worry.
yes, and this is what I have noticed.
I would give
Specifically,
them a little forehead kiss.
yeah, specifically and most notoriously with Blackpink and BTS, I have noticed that they are either producing songs that are just full English, which no hate, or majority English. And again, no hate. Nothing in the slideshow is meant to be hateful. It's just pointing out what we're missing and what a lot of fans would like back. With Blackpink, we just again this sparked from our reaction to Blackpink the album. They had a song they had four songs in the album that were majority English with like a line or two there in Korean. And counting the collaborations on the album, they had four fully English songs.
That's too many. Put some back.
Yes, I don't think this is counting How You Like That because I think that one was majority a Korean song,
Yeah, that's Korean. Yeah.
but still, that's one song on a full length album that was majority Korean. And then for Born Pink, which we're gonna get to eventually, and the second full length Blackpink album, they had three songs that were majority English and five songs that were fully English. And I
Ooh.
don't remember, I didn't add this in my counting, but I think there was maybe at least one song that was majority Korean, so good for them. But also it's a trend I've noticed with these two specifically is they started getting really popular in the West, specifically America. And so they started shifting more toward English songs, whereas you
Excuse
have
me.
groups like 17. They're pretty
Twice.
popular in America right now, but none of their songs have been majority English. They have the occasional fully English song. I think they only have like two or three songs that are fully English, but everything else they're producing is Korean lyrics despite their wide and fastly growing American audience.
Can I speak?
Yes.
She speak.
As the elder of the situation, um, English and K-pop has obviously always been a thing, like
Yeah.
since the 80s and 90s. Like it's always been a thing, but it is also quite obviously becoming a lot more common with a lot of songs, as Daisy's been saying, being majority English and like hints of Korean. Um, the
Please get your flavor
fact
balance right again, please.
Yeah.
The fact that there are English songs from these groups does not take away the fact that they are K-pop groups, because you won't
Yeah.
look at BTS or Blackpink and be like, "Oh yeah, they're American boy bands, girl," but like they're obviously K-pop.
America.
Yeah.
America. But that still doesn't really explain like where's the line. I personally feel like it's just a K-pop group making a song in English, but then
Yeah.
there are a lot of people who consider groups like Cat's Eye who have never released any Korean music. They consider them K-pop groups because they
Went through the
dance and
training.
perform like K-pop. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a really confusing conversation. A lot of people don't agree on.
Yeah, that's why I've been seeing a lot of people brand groups like Cat's Eye as international groups. Like they're not Korean.
Which is what
They're not.
they are labeled
Yeah,
as.
they're
Yeah.
not. Cat's Eye only has one Korean member, but they went through all the typical K-pop training. So you could argue that technically they're K-pop, but they're not Korean, so they get branded international, which works. There's nothing against being branded international. It's what most accurately describes the group.
And they are very literally international.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
And like
Um
that's not a
having
problem. It just
English
is.
versions of your songs has always been a thing. Like
yeah.
I always think about Wonder Girl's Nobody. It was so iconic, but that came out in like 2009 or something. And
Yeah.
they like toured America with it and everything. It was pretty fun, but
Yeah. And like again,
yeah.
I have nothing against like releasing English versions after you've published a Korean version. Like that's fine. And again, I have nothing against the English K-pop songs that are out there. I just wish we had more Korean songs.
Yes. And this is
And
something a lot of people have said, so we're not crazy for this.
yeah. And then before we move on, talking about BTS,
I
um,
miss dance breaks.
yeah, dance breaks are another thing that's disappearing. But BTS, in terms of like westernizing or Englishifying their songs, a little bit. I feel like Dynamite was kind of the thing that like set them on this path, quote unquote. They had a
I
couple
remember that.
songs, yeah, they had a couple songs before Dynamite that were starting to stray a little bit more toward more English than Korean. But after Dynamite blows up, you have Butter, you have Permission to Dance, like two other songs that kind of blew up. And then from the album that I saw come out after that, before everybody started signing up for the military, a lot of that stuff, a lot of the songs they had more English lyrics than Korean lyrics. Which again, not
I don't want
hating,
this
but kind of sad. I don't think that's the right word. It's kind of disappointing to see. You were saying, Chris?
I don't want this to affect how you guys view those songs. And I also don't know how accurate this is, but I did hear that the boys were not like huge fans of their fully English songs, like the ones you just mentioned. And they
Mm.
mostly just did it because they were getting so much pressure to do it from like
Mm.
everyone.
Well, that's dumb and stupid.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
will
And
say,
like they still made bops.
yeah.
Like I really like Butter. Butter's my favorite of the three, but
I will say I am not the biggest fan of Permission to Dance and Butter, but I was fully on the Dynamite train. I was fully on the
Butter's my
Dynamite train
baby
when it came out.
girl.
Kind of funny because I think Permission to Dance was my favorite of the three.
Oh my gosh, that's this is perfect. We're the three different ones. Oh my gosh.
All right, so I think I have like one, maybe technically two more slides. Okay, so now that we have fully kind of dissed the involvement of English in K-pop, we do have to give them points. Um, it does make it more, I guess, accessible. Probably the better word at the moment. It does make it more
Relatable?
accessible. Yeah, we'll go with relatable. It does make it more relatable toward Western audiences. And this kind of goes along with the second point. It's that it's easy to understand, and the fans can sing the lyrics easier, I guess.
In my
And
day, you just learned it poorly by ear.
Mood.
that was me with 17's Rock with You. I just blasted that song a million times until I could mostly accurately mimic the words or the sounds before I actually looked up the lyrics and started learning the pronunciations.
Or because you went to high school during COVID era, you actually got to learn Korean as your second language in high school.
Yeah, that too. That helped. And then we also have to give it points for lyricality. The screenshot we have right here is a screenshot from a song from lyrics I wrote fully in English and then translated to Korean. There are some lines that do work better in English, like the ones on the board here. When I was translating the song to Korean, no matter how
It
I
doesn't roll the
rearranged,
same way. Translation works that way, yeah.
yeah,
Pacifist, pacifist.
no matter how I rearranged the words or rewrote these lines, I could not find a Korean translation that I was necessarily happy or felt okay with, and so I left those lines English. And some things just work like that.
And I will say, a lot of American people, I can only speak for Americans because guess where we're from, you know? But
Canada!
I have Canada. I've come across a lot of people who I start showing them a song and they're like, I genuinely really think this sounds awesome, but I can't get into it because I don't know what they're saying. And I personally think that's ridiculous, but
Back in
Especially
my
people
day,
have
we
said it.
just looked up the translation and we went on vibes.
okay,
I
and
know. Just why can't you vibe out?
Chris, to the people who said, "Oh, I can't get into it because it's a different language," I guarantee you, those are the same people who were busting their butt on the dance floor to Gangnam Style back in 2012.
Yep. Oh my
They
gosh,
didn't
yep.
care
No,
what the
Also,
lyrics
seriously.
were. They
can
just
you
knew it was a
understand?
fun, trendy song, and they busted their butt on the dance floor.
Do you know what Open Gangnam Style means?
Do how many of them listen to American rap, and do you actually understand the words in American rap?
Oof. Or
Exactly.
country.
Listen,
Exactly.
listen. Country rules, fight me.
Yeah.
Well, also, but sometimes they all sound the same. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's all like,
Throw
"Wabba
hands
deer
right now.
bear, wabba deer beer." Sounds like
Well,
Simlish.
well, it has a distinctive style. It wouldn't be a genre of music otherwise.
Yeah.
I don't hate country. Don't go after me. I just think it's
I'm
funny.
coming.
But
I
yeah,
have
I'm
a
gonna
favorite
roll.
country song, and I sing it a lot.
Well, which one is it?
Wildflower, wild horses.
that sounds like a country song.
It's beautiful.
It sounds so country.
It is the most country. As someone who likes to quote unquote bash country, why is that the one that gets stuck in my head?
Well, at least it isn't half horse, half man.
okay. Oh, that was shorter than I thought it was. But yeah, anybody else have any closing things they want to say or add or correct me on that I forgot about?
I think you did lovely work.
There's some really good
Anyway,
songs
Na
that I
na
don't.
na 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 na. Take my hand now.
But yeah, so yes,
take my
so
hand
there's that.
now.
Please bring Korean back to K-pop. We love the English songs. We have nothing against the English songs. We would just like the Korean to come back. The Korean is what makes it
Please.
K-pop. Please and thank
If I
you.
was more mentally here, I'm sure I could add more. I've watched many videos on these types of things, but please. I like it. I like third gen. Third gen had good music. Good Korean.
Yeah.
Third gen was such a good time to be alive
Oh
and
man.
self-aware.
Yeah.
People are saying that 2026 is the new 2016.
I have heard a lot of
I'm
fans be
calling BS.
hopeful.
We'll
I have
see.
I have seen I think groups like maybe Illit New Jeans and I think maybe one other I think it's a boy group, I can't remember their name.
Rest in peace, New Jeans. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
They're a whole
All
other
that
problem.
drama.
But
I bring.
I have
Anyway,
seen some people who are looking at some of the newer groups that are coming out and seeing that they're kind of seeing that they're kind of reversing the trend that we were just talking about where there's more Korean than English and people are hoping that stays, but given how I think fast and big Korean or K-pop is starting to become in Western audiences, I don't know how long these newer groups are going to be able to stick with majority Korean songs, which is going to suck if they do feel that pressure that they have to switch and not just stick with
Oh my gosh,
majority
sorry.
Korean. But we'll have to see.
We will see.
we will see.
I just busted
Take
my
my
throat.
hands now. You
You
are the
are the
cause of
cause of
my
my
euphoria.
euphoria!
It's very easy to get you to bust your throat.
Much. It doesn't take much to kill me.
Yeah.
Teehee.
But all right, if that's it, do we want to go ahead and close out?
That'll do it for
I bring
today.
all the wind,
Yep.
sunlight, water. All the wind, sunlight, water.
Oh my gosh.
That is a reference for only a few people who probably won't understand. That is a very niche reference. I'm sorry. Drink your water, please.
Go finish the responsibilities you're procrastinating.
Drink your wind, sunlight, water.
Oh my gosh.
And we'll see you all around.
Bye.
Annyeong.
Bye. Adieu.